You're locked into Cinderella stories with Ash and Sav, and clearly Ash is back from vacation. I do see a tan. I will say that. I see a tan has been witnessed. And also, I don't know if you've been keeping up with Ashley's like Instagram, Snapchat. That's the exclusive content right there.
It is.
But eating 8.
Thank you so much.
Eating 8 down.
It's so funny because I'm active on social media or whatever, but the friend that I went with, she does a few sporadic sprinkles, but you know those friends that they're not influencers, but they're so pretty and they just take amazing photos.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that was her.
Yes.
And then so she started to do that awkward thing where like, she's like, oh, this could be a cute photo, and would just like hand me her phone. And I'm like, you want? Yeah. Anything that you want. So, you know, we hooked each other up. It was so fun. And I'm glad that the tan's coming through because the weather.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back.
It certainly is not it.
Reminder that you're in Canada.
You've been to Europe, obviously.
Yeah.
Every corner that you turn,
Beautiful.
you're just like, gasp.
Yes.
Wow, what is this? You're like, oh, it's a architecture made by someone famous. Just hanging out in the street. No one's even caring.
Michelangelo over there, no problem.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like a little Gil. It's a little like, you're like, okay, cool. Oh, there's a Picasso where he lives. You're like, that seems cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we kept being like, where in Toronto, where in Ontario would equate to this same thing? You're like, we're like, do we even have a fountain? And we have that
in Ontario?
Ugly. I'll say ugly with my whole chest. That ugly dog fountain.
Oh, by Front Street?
I hate that fountain. I hate that fountain.
And it's not even a dog-free leash park. It's just there.
What?
It's just there.
What in the... Anyway, because I used to work across the street at First Line Mortgages when I was a financier. I've had multiple lives, you know.
Okay.
So I used to work in I used to work in finance, and that was just a regular. And now it's, I don't know, Howell Central. People love it. I'm just like, I hate it. I think it's so gaudy.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I don't know. But hey, I also want to say that you haven't worked in sport media until you've worked in finance first.
Or in between. Or in between in some kind of layoff. You're like, I'm over it. I want to go. Yeah. But I'm excited to be back. I haven't seen or even really like talked to you. Yeah. It's been like 2 weeks, a week and a half, honestly. And I was laughing because we messaged each other yesterday. Like, oh, I just touched down at Pearson from Winnipeg because you were doing a kids camp, another girls camp. And I was like, oh my God, I'm landing in 20 minutes. Like, are we going to be able to cross each other's paths at the gate or something? We didn't. She didn't wait for me. It's fine.
My allergy said nope.
I get it. Nope. Coming off a flight that you're just like, I want to go home. But then the cutest thing happened. My friend that I was with, it was her birthday yesterday. Shout out Delia. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dee.
Her man picked her up from the airport with a sign that he made by himself with arts and crafts supplies. Several different tones and textures.
What?
Yeah. And had a balloon and had a gift and doesn't drive. Like,
to be loved.
Took the Up Express to meet her so they could take the train home together, bro. I wanted to throw myself off of an elevated bridge.
Oh, to be loved.
I was like,
wow.
I was recording. I'm like, it's so cute.
Must
I'm
be
like,
nice.
I sent it to him. I'm like, don't listen to the audio. Just listen to it audio off.
No, I love you, Dee. We love you.
It was really, really
love
cute.
that for you.
So yeah, we had some time where we just like pressed pause on everything and did what we needed to do. Yeah. And now we're back in the real world.
Are back. Yeah, welcome back. Thanks for blessing us on our timeline with all the photos. Was living vicariously through you. You know, it was the end of August / like September, so we needed the content bad.
It felt like every day was 6 days. So I hope that you guys didn't feel that way as well. But thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Top, subscribe, follow.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Cinderella stories and me.
Yeah, right. All right. Yeah. So like, there's tons of stuff that happened in the WNBA.
It was juicy. I know. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, the tea was sizzling. Last week we dove a lot into tennis. Obviously the U.S. Open, you had to like lock in for that. But now it's all WNBA. We're entering our final week of regular season. We'll get into like playoff picture next week, I'm sure. But there has been some crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, our girl Angel.
On
here. What are you doing?
Angel.
Once again.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate Angel and everything she represents and stands for, but there's something that I will say I don't stand for, and that is outwardly slandering your teammates publicly, specifically to media. She said to media, the Chicago Tribune to be exact, that, and keep in mind, it's in a feature, and she has, Chicago's had a bit of a rough season here, okay? It's not like it's
10
been,
wins.
Exactly. It's not been good at all. And so obviously there's frustration naturally. I mean, we both talk about being competitors, but for me personally, there's a line. But let me tell you guys what she said first. She said that Angel Reese told the Chicago Tribune in a feature that she's not settling for the same ish that they did this past season, and that they have to get great players this offseason, or else she's going to consider moving on from the Sky. Now, keep in mind that their season was 10-31, so only 10 wins in the season. They're eliminated from the playoff contention, like literally so early, like last month. And she's expressed concern over their point guard incoming, basically Courtney Vandersloot. She's coming back from an ACL tear. And we all know that Courtney Vandersloot, she's not new to the game. She's a vet. She said that, listen, I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. Now, obviously, her teammates didn't love that. They did not live, laugh, love that one.
Yeah.
She was suspended for half a game this past Saturday, and it's reported that the team has been dealing with this internally. She also apologized to her teammates internally, of course, but yeah, I don't know. How are you feeling? What's your reaction when you heard about that story?
For Angel Reese, she needs to understand that her message is always going to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be dissected. The tone, the tenor, the message, the messenger are always going to be amplified when it comes from her. Now, did she lie?
But did she lie, though?
They have 10 wins. They're not a good team as constructed. They did have some injury issues, but they have not been successful.
Yeah.
And so I think she's right to say we're not settling for the same shit we did this year. She said that we have good players, but we have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. And I think part of the problem is that it was the truth, but it was public, as you mentioned. And then with the Courtney Vandersloot stuff specifically, I hear what she's saying. It was just a bit clunky. It is difficult to come back from an ACL injury. Courtney Vandersloot is 36 years old, and so age is a factor, but it's actually never been less of a factor when returning from major sports injuries now than ever
before.
Right? Just the way that they're able to do it. The surgeries, the hyperbaric chambers, the PRP, the physiotherapy. Yeah. Like, people are coming back better than ever. So Vandersloot, to your point, made it abundantly clear, like, age is not going to be the issue here. No. And she's good. She's like good for like 10-8 every single night. Yeah. She's a leader. She's a WNBA champion. She played her entire career with the Sky. Yeah. And then she took a little sojourn to an open relationship, if you will, to go to the Liberty for 2 seasons, then came back to Chicago, tore ACL early in June, and then obviously she's going to be working her way back. But I thought the part that was the most interesting was like some of her teammates coming back and saying like, oh, we got caught off guard or whatever it is. And she was talking specifically about Courtney as a point guard. Like, we need players that are going to have that experience, that edge, and honestly the talent to bring us to the next level so we don't have 10 wins again. And she specifically mentioned Rachel Banham, and she specifically mentioned Haley Van Lith. And then Rachel was asked about the comments. She's like, I don't care, I was caught off guard. But like, the reality is, Miss Rachel, no disrespect, respectfully, yes, you're a 4th overall pick back in 2016, but even now, given the opportunity, playing the most minutes that you ever have, starting the most games that you ever had in a single season in your career, you're still, averaging sub 10 points, and you're still averaging sub 5 assists. Yeah. So are you a player that can contribute? Sure. Are you a player that's going to bring the Sky to double their wins to 20? Or is Angel onto something? And it's just like, the old adage, was I talking shit, or did I just say the truth and it made you look bad?
Yeah, and listen, I get it. Listen,
that's actually so real.
You could say how you feel. You could vent it to your parents. You could vent it to your friends. You could vent it to your family. Who cares, right? But when you say it publicly and out your teammates and on record in a feature, that was sit down. That was intentional. She should know by now that everything gets looked at with her. And I think that, like, honestly, straight up, I'm not here for it. I don't think there's any excuse for her calling out her teammates like that, especially a vet, established leader in the league, one of the OGs. Absolutely not. And also, my whole thing is this. I have spoken so highly of Angel's brand. I'm such a fan of her brand and just know what she brings to the game on that front. Now my question is, can this be your leader? You know what? Leave. Because if you are going to slander your teammates, That has no place in leadership on a team. If you want to win, that's not how you win. That's not winning behavior.
It's divisive.
It's divisive.
Yeah.
It's gross, honestly, to bring that into a locker room publicly, and like there is no hiding that now. And of course, now all your teammates who already weren't feeling that coming, they're gonna really not feel you on the court now. That's like getting rid of team chemistry. And here's the thing. What do great players, if you want great players, be a great player. And I'm not saying you're not already en route to that. You are, but like be a great player. And what do great players do? Make the other players around them better.
Well, they also had her back, I would say too, to your point. Like people came at Angel really hard the last 2 years, and her teammates had her back in press conferences. Her teammates held her up when no one else did. Like, so that's an additional slap in the face. Because
big time.
Like, we knew you were a young girl going through the trenches
as a Black woman,
and here you are now telling us about ourselves. Like,
what?
This is one of my favorite parts of it. She said, "I'm willing and wanting to play with the best, and however I can help to get the best here in Chicago, that's what I'm going to do this off season. So it's going to be very, very important this off season to make sure we attract the best of the best because we can't settle for what we have this year." Gasp. And by the way, this guy owed the Minnesota Lynx their first round pick in 2026, and depending on the lottery, it could be the number 1 overall selection. So it's like the free agent thing is super important.
My thing, okay, you want to play with the best, then be the best. Because look at A'ja Wilson, for example, right? Who did the Vegas Aces acquire in the offseason and going into the season? Jewel Lloyd. Mm-hmm. She's also like an MVP caliber talent and like has had amazing seasons and have been like won a finals MVP before. Okay, like who else did they get? They got we talked about Nalissa Smith and what she's getting. She was a top draft pick. You know, Jackie Young, she's been on the team, but she's been amazing. Like, you know, like then if you want to play with the best, then you got to set the tone, you got to set the tempo, be the best. And Chicago was this rebuilding team last year, and this year they're still rebuilding.
They're actually Metrolinx. Chicago is Metrolinx. Like we actually still haven't seen any progress. Like I'm still not any closer to taking the Toronto subway line.
No, literally.
Like, what are we doing, guys?
I gotta see like what was their record from last year, because I think they might have actually had a worse season this year.
And to your point too, I wonder if it's like you see what A'ja Wilson did for the Vegas Aces. They were bad. They got blown out by 50+ points, and then she came on the mic and said, "If you're not going to take this seriously and you don't want to be the best, don't come." Mm-hmm. And then they rattled off 14 wins in a row, and they're electric, and they're now really, really a contender for the WNBA championship. But I think too, it's like Asia's accomplished a lot. Mm-hmm. And so the messenger matters just as much as the message. Mm-hmm. A'ja has a statue at her alma mater. Amen. A'ja is an MVP. A'ja has WNBA titles. A'ja scores. A'ja rebounds. A'ja, like she is honed her craft to the point where she's undeniable. Conversation about the best WNBA player in the league right now. You can put her name in that hat and you can make a solid case for her. Whereas Angel Reese, like, girl, you were just getting dogged for having like a dog shit shooting percentage. You need to work on your game first, and what you need to elevate yourself to the level where then you can maybe talk a 1-2
smack whatever
or a piece of your mind, or just say it what it is in a way that's not going to be taken as like you're demeaning everybody else when like your game has a ton of holes, girly.
Yeah, facts. And
like I want better for you.
And I was thinking about this a little bit, and I don't want to necessarily make this comparison, but like I just hope that she doesn't take the road that, you know, one of the best players in the league that we've seen previously that got herself out of the league because of her comments, and she used to be one of my favorite players, Liz Cambage.
Yeah.
Don't take the Liz Cambage road. Like, we don't want to see inappropriate comments happening directly to your own teammates. Oh my goodness.
And just being divisive. And
yeah. What are you saying about the competitors?
There's a difference between being outspoken and speaking your truth.
Facts.
And knowing when to toe the line. And obviously in Liz's case, it's a super...
That was a crazy line.
It's like also just an intriguing case study, if you will. Obviously, she's done some things where her national team banned her. She can't play for the Australian national team anymore because she made racist remarks against Nigeria, I believe it was, during a friendly. And she's
half Nigerian.
They threw hands, and that's the thing too, both sides, both the Nigerian national team and the Australian national team said that she said the things that she said.
Yeah.
And then she went on Instagram and she's like,
deny,
this is bullshit, da 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 da.
They're always after me.
Yeah, and it's that like victim mentality.
Yes.
But it's like which part of it is brought on by yourself.
Yeah.
And there needs to be a little bit of reflection there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Some people, they don't have that. They don't want it. They're happy to live their Ibiza DJ lives and make $1 million on OnlyFans. And to that I say, tap, 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 go for it. But if your goal is to be one of the best WNBA players in your position, in Angel Reese's case, you need people to help you.
Yep.
You need your teammates. It
Yes.
only works that way.
Yeah.
You can't be at odds with people that you're going to spend the majority of your year with.
Yep.
Because that stuff seeps into it.
Yep. Absolutely.
I had a hater on my team.
Did you?
When I played at Seneca. Hey girl, I know you know who you are. I know you know who you are. She was my number one ops for a long time. And I think that there was an element of like maybe jealousy and not in the sense where I was acting like Deion Sanders prime time, like coming in with chains or anything like that, like flashy and things like that. But I think that she put in a lot of work to be as good as she was, and arguably more work than I did. I'm a lazy athlete. Like they're like, you could try and go overseas to train. I was like, you want me to drill between my legs how many times? For that reason, I'm out. Like I actually just was like, I don't want to do that. I just want to play a game. So like arguably she was in the gym more than me. You know, she didn't get, I think, the attention or the priority in the offense that she thought she deserved.
Yeah.
And I could feel the animosity on the floor.
Yeah.
It didn't interfere necessarily with my play, I'd like to say. Like, she had a really nice baseline jumper. If she's open in the short corner, like she's getting the ball, knock it down.
Yeah.
But it definitely was the other way around where I'm like, da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, all right, girl, whatever. But that stuff can really infiltrate.
And
now you add the media
chemistry, and then you add the media, like, you know. And anyways, I can only imagine how awkward that locker room was, because as media, how many times have we seen our colleagues write an article about the team that we're covering? We're all in the room, and they walk into the locker room, and it is hella awkward, and that's the journalist. And
I love that stuff, though.
You live for the drama.
But it's not even that. It's just like, you said what you said. Did you lie?
Yeah.
And oftentimes, there's of course exceptions to the rule, but oftentimes people are saying the truth. And we live in a time where everybody pussyfoots around everything.
Yeah.
That there's not a lot of honest conversations happening outside of like your close friends.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't take feedback in a way where it's like, I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying, hey, like, it would probably work better if you did this way, or hey, can we try this? And there's a lot of people, especially like people that are younger, honest to God.
Yeah.
And like the COVID high school or college students who
Social
like
skills,
lacked a little of that socialization because of the internet and phone screen time and stuff like that. And like, no shade, it just is the reality of the situation. Gen Zs, the youngs. But like,
Gen Alphas.
There is an element of like, you need to make sure that it's true. And if it's true and if it's valid, is the delivery fair and honest? Mm-hmm. And then from that, I'm just like, read it out loud. Mm-hmm. Which part did you hate the most? Quote him.
All right. We also got to talk about Caitlin Clark.
Girlie.
Caitlin Clark is out for the season. Now, keep in mind, the season's 1 week left for the regular season, but the Indiana Fever, they did clinch a playoff spot, which means Caitlin's not going to be playing in the playoffs this year. And now here's the thing. My heart goes out to Caitlin, as it does for any athlete that gets injured. And I was thinking about it. You know that prior to this season, she didn't miss any games for 4 years in Iowa and her first season in the WNBA. That is so much wear and tear. There is no off season. And even the season where she got drafted, pretty much coming out of that March Madness run, drafted number 1 straight into the WNBA season. I remember I was genuinely concerned about her in her rookie year, because also it's been statistically recorded, she gets so much fouls.
Yeah, she gets a lot of physicality.
She gets all of them.
Yeah.
So of course now they brought in Sophie Cunningham. That's kind of like helped mitigate that a little bit, but still, the fact that you got to even bring in a player to be the Caitlin Clark enforcer, like, crazy.
Can I say something? Is this a safe space? I actually don't believe in wear and tear.
No, get out, leave, go. No, wear and tear is legit.
That's your ACLs yelling at me.
It is.
It's
my left knee specifically.
No, because
broken tibia.
When we're talking about athletes at this level in this day and age, it's less of a mitigating factor.
But
it's not.
But they don't get an off season.
She didn't play Unrivaled.
I know, but
so she did get an off season.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the amount of pounding she has gotten on her body is like just doesn't equate. The off season probably wasn't, I don't know, long enough. And don't forget, they have lingering. There's always lingering underlying injuries. Whenever
they have access to the best physiotherapists, they have access to the best. Of course, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark.
It's not the same status as like NBA.
Caitlin Clark. She can get whatever she wants. Don't do that. She can get whatever she wants.
But it's not about the fact that she got it now. It's about the fact that she went 4 years through Iowa, not getting probably the best treatment. That's a lot of.
She's 19.
Stacked up.
She's 19. No. I think
on a body, I think that's a lot.
It is
and she wasn't always muscular.
It is an overused trope to say that this is the reason that these significant injuries happen. I'm sure at some point it's like, I think in this instance where it's her groin that's an issue, started with a bone bruise on her ankle and now it's a groin, you can say that there's mitigating factors where one contributes to the other. Yeah. And those soft tissue injuries, groin, hamstring, glute, those like little tears, those can linger for a long amount of time. And if you don't get fully healthy and if you step the wrong way, you're like back to square one. Yeah. I just think that the wear and tear, you gotta just.
But I think you just proved me right because it's the soft injuries that linger. Underlying injuries. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because she got hurt earlier this season. I'm not saying it's because of wear and tear. I'm saying she hurt her groin and it's hard to come back from that.
Groin injuries are the hardest.
I'm not saying she hurt her groin because she played 4 years in Iowa and her whole rookie season.
But not missing a single game.
And didn't play Unrivaled and didn't go overseas.
Which is the best part of the story is that she didn't have to play the off season.
Way less action than a lot of
the majority of the athletes. I agree with that. No, I still think it's wear and tear. I absolutely still think, because here's the thing, when you injure yourself, okay, and when you have a serious injury, how long does it actually take to come back?
It depends on the injury.
It depends on the injury, but if it's like a groin injury, sometimes groin injuries could be 6 months alone, and we don't know if that was tweaked in the off season when she was training, because don't forget, she's also training a lot. You have to train. Like, no, I believe it.
You're not even hearing me. You think that wear and tear is like this thing. So like we're talking about Caitlin Clark specifically in a vacuum.
Yes.
She can get PRP. She can get the best physio. She can go in the hyperbaric chamber. She can do ice baths, which actually recently have proven not necessarily to help recovery, as a matter of fact, after workouts. Ice baths. But it's not wear and tear when it comes to her because she wasn't wearing herself out. She was getting paid millions of dollars and she got to take time off. So I don't think you can equate this injury with that.
I don't see it as, let's only look at this past year. I see it as, let's look at the past 5 years.
I think it's more about the fact that like this season, her team now has been using these exceptions and these hardship rules. And there's other people that have tried to get in her space and try and, what am I trying to say? There are people that have been trying to negate her absence and it hasn't really been working out because I don't want to argue with you about the wear and tear. I just think it's overused. I think it's overused in this age. She played 13 games for this team so far this season and she's been off ever since. She didn't play in the All-Star game. We didn't get a chance to see her. She tried to come back the game before. Some people were saying, it's because it was a lib game. It was on national TV that maybe they rushed her and there's some pressure to play. But I think athletes put that pressure on themselves anyway to be like, I want to make sure that I'm like in the game. But yeah, honestly, just for the record, it's not wear and tear.
I think it's wear and tear. And the last point I'll make to that is that she, and everybody said that, and she'll say it herself, that she came in a little like, not as developed, like with muscles of like the WNBA players that of course you're up against grown women. When you don't have an off season for 5 years, you're missing the muscle development component of it as well. And yes, she has the best access to nutrition and stuff. I'm not looking at like this past off season. This is probably the best off season she probably had. But once again, like you can't make up years of training and muscle development and the highest access to nutrition in one single offseason. And by the way, the offseason was September to really March, because by the time they get back to March, there's like a whole call back to your team. So
6 months?
6 months. No, but like that's still 6 months. Ask any person who's ever built muscle. You could do some stuff with that, but that's not long enough to have like a real impact.
If it's all you're focusing on, yeah, you can.
You can, but it's not. It's for somebody like herself, she needs like years. Like she needed at least like 2
but
years,
she's not
2 solid years.
She's not trying to be a bodybuilder. She's trying to get stronger.
Yeah.
You can get stronger without looking like jacked. You can still lift and increase your load.
Yeah. But I still think that she's.
But you basically
for the amount of fouls.
You said she had 6 months off. You said she had the most rest she's ever had in her career this past off season. You said she has access to the best trainers and physio that she can. You said she's been in the gym getting herself healthier and stronger to be able to suffer the blows of the WNBA season and the targeting that takes place that the women have said they absolutely wanted to give her a little welcome to the WNBA moment. So it's not wear and tear based on all the factors that you just mentioned.
I still think the soft tissue is wear and tear.
Someone
for
go
sure.
get my stethoscope from my goddamn car.
Yeah, but where's your Dr. Ashley?
The Esquire PhD MCC. No, I can't.
I'm gonna go on a rabbit hole with that one. Okay, she's out for the rest of the regular season. Rest of Indiana Fever has been stepping up, and they still clinched the playoff spot. So good for them. All right. Well, now that the gloves are off, let's talk about the Connecticut Sun.
Unbelievable. It's just like I'm not even being heard at this juncture.
I'm not being heard.
I listened and read.
I listened.
I said all the things that you said that prove my point, and then you're still like, no, absolutely not. Like you're not even. Anyway, whatever. I don't even care. So she's not playing.
She cares.
She's not playing. It doesn't matter.
Out.
She's not playing.
She's out.
She's out regardless.
Okay. Connecticut Sun are in a battle. They're in the thick of it right now. The gloves are off. Basically, the Mohegan tribe, which owns and operates the Sun, they have been kind of shopping the team on the market to see if they could sell a minority stake, but they're also open to selling complete control of the franchise, and it has gained interest. We kind of touched on this a couple weeks ago, and here's the thing. The Sun, they've been shopping it around, and there has been kind of a bid on the table from Steve Pagliuca for $325 million, and that is kind of like, been getting reviewed. There's been lots of, tension across the league over this, specifically, obviously, with the Sun. And now the state's getting involved. So, Ashley, tell me what you know from the state side of things, because this has been, on my timeline. I thought it was going to, be a 1-2 pass. They want to bring the Connecticut Sun potentially to Boston if the sale goes through, but Connecticut's not having it.
There's a lot of, really shady shit happening right now.
Big time.
And I know that, to your point, it was the minority Boston Celtics owner who wanted to buy the team. The sale was actually agreed upon. We talked about this in one of our earlier episodes, maybe episode 2 or 3. Cinderella Stories is on the case, okay? That's the one thing that we do know.
Investigating.
Detectives have.
We have a doctor stethoscope.
The Pink Panther. Yeah, we actually are multi-hyphenates. Yeah, right. We have 6 small businesses.
Finance. Accounting for you as well.
Accounting, PI, doctors. Soft tissue experts. I've actually seen one under a scope. But yeah, so Boston and the Mohegan Sun tribe, the Boston Celtics minority owner, the Mohegan Sun tribe came to a tentative agreement to make a sale of the team. It would move from Connecticut to Boston and they would wipe their hands of it. The Connecticut Sun have owned this team since a defunct Orlando team was actually bought and moved to Connecticut. They play out of the casino there. That's kind of the backstory with it. When it comes now to this sale, they presented it to the WNBA. It was vetoed. They said no. Mm-hmm. We're not going to do that. And the one thing that I will say, the role of a commissioner when it comes to Kathy Engelbert is that they are the fall guy or girl, right? They say the things that the ownership and the board want, and they have to own it like it's their own. And so Kathy gets shit on for a lot of stuff. And in this case, she gets shit on for the sale being squashed. But there's a number of factors. So first they talked about maybe there's some territorial infringement based on Boston, but I don't really understand how that would work. There's literally 2 MNBA teams in New York. So what do you mean territorial infringement? Anyway, speaking of the Clippers. Oh, feel like planting any trees?
I know.
I know. But still, because
that's crazy.
And then actually, funny enough, this real estate agent that I worked with, I got mail today and I haven't checked my mail in so long, so much so I'm going to disclose something right now. My fucking hydro place called me when I was in Spain. They're like, we need you to pay your bill. We're going to shut your shit off. I was like, what? How long do I have? They said until the 9th. So I'll pay it today probably. Anyway, but my landlord sent me a tree. I don't know, or not my landlord, my real estate agent sent me a tree. I think it's to each one, plant one, buy one situation, make the world a better place.
Sure.
But I was dying because I was like, is this sponsored by Kawhi Leonard?
Right? The aspiration company?
The aspirational tree that's in my mailbox dying and sweltering amongst my overdue bills, fighting for its life. But yeah, so Anyway, that's a full sidebar. Yeah, I know. I'm NBA.
It's okay, but it's worth it. That was worth it.
That was, yeah. Okay. So back to the Connecticut Sun and everything that they have to offer, because so now the sale got vetoed, but in the process, Boston was awarded an expansion team bid. And so that money gets played directly to the league, wherein a transaction between two ownership groups, the league might get like a little bit of a cut kind of thing, like a finder's fee, but they're not going to get the full $320 million. The expansion fee's $250 million. The W gets that in their pocket. Ta-da. So to your point, now the state of Connecticut is getting involved to the point that there's a Congressman Blumenthal. Shout out to that man. What's his real first name? Michael, probably. Richard, close enough. Shout out to Senator Richard Blumenthal, because he stepped in and said, we've found money and we've found budget within the state's budget, and we want to help keep this team here. They want to move it to Hartford, Connecticut, because they feel like there is a fan base intact and that it would do well in Hartford, but they want to keep it in Connecticut. But he actually went above and beyond yesterday on talking about this WNBA debacle, and he said that interference by the league in such a sale, it could violate federal antitrust laws, and any further attempts by the WNBA to use its considerable governance and market power over the Connecticut Sun and what they're trying to establish to limit or dictate negotiations with the state of Connecticut, so that's between the Mohegan tribe and the state of Connecticut now, that could violate federal antitrust laws. And so he is ready to take Kathy and the girls to task.
I love the fact that there's a fight over this. I love it, because that means they see it like a winning opportunity. They see the WNBA as profitable. Yeah, right?
So you're in love with me.
So like, yo,
so you think I'm really cute.
Yeah. And I bet you like they're like, oh, he's just he's performative. Yeah. Yo, we got to bring back words that we are weaponizing.
Performative?
Because performative has been one of them. I don't think there's anything wrong with
a guy drinking matcha.
Yes. Perform for me, because you guys haven't been.
Dance.
Do
something. Dance, bitch.
Dance.
The fuck?
Anyways, so I think that like I also heard stuff like, okay, so the Mohegan Sun Arena, obviously that's where they house the Connecticut Sun right now, and they want to bring them to Hartford.
Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut. I heard that they want to potentially even consider doing a 50-50 split of the games, and they're like, there's no reason for like us.
And the sale might be minority sale too.
Yeah.
To your point, yeah.
And they said like, there's no reason for us to consider like moving this team, because like it's not like the like attendance has been that low. They said they had 4 sellout games this season, which maybe they're against the
favorite.
Maybe they're all against Indiana favor. Let me just double check that. But like either way, that's still impressive to have sellout games in this league that's still growing. People forget that the WNBA is still emerging. Yes, they're seeing a boom of success right now, but they're still on the rise. Hence why there's expansion. Hence why people are getting greedy. People are like, no, mine. Now I want a piece of this pie. Now I want to bring it closer. I want to bring it over here where I think I can make more money. Like, it's just like, it's getting crazy. Like, respect the OGs of the game. Respect the people who put the time. Angel. Respect, CC'd on that email. Respect the people who put the work and the time in to create a franchise and sustain it through the ups and the downs. Right? And now let them have the fruits of their labor kind of show, and like let them have the profitable time. And I know.
No, I hear you.
Team justice.
But that's okay.
Team justice. Captain Canada.
The world doesn't work like that, my love. I
fear. I don't like it.
My naive Savannah.
Morals.
My naive Savannah.
Ethics.
And you see it.
Justice.
We're gonna see it a lot in women's sports.
I know.
Going forward, because it's
dog fight.
Well, yeah, because it's gonna be all the people that you mentioned that have this like astounding wealth that see it as a positive business opportunity. But then instead of putting people in place, to your point, the ones who have been the builders and the foremothers and fathers, instead of putting them in positions to, okay, it's gonna be my money and I'm gonna get the bulk of the dividends that are paid out, but I want somebody who knows what they're talking about to be in the driver's seat and sending things in a positive direction. That's rarely how it goes. Nepotism plays a big role. Ego takes a big role into this. I'm seeing it a lot actually as a sidebar in the flag football space. Because
really?
Yeah, because flag football, they're like, oh, it's going to be at the Olympics, LA 28. We have an opportunity now to represent our country and coaching specifically. And it's all these tackle guys, and it is guys. It's tackle guys coming in and saying like, oh, I can coach this. Oh, I can be involved and like lead the way. And it's like, you've never played flag football in your life. It's very different than tackle football. There's a lot of nuance. And why the fuck are you here? Also, you saw something shiny and you're like, oh. And it's like, why don't you try and revive your failed career in the field that you actually love, which is tackle football, instead of trying to come over and feel like you're going to save the game that doesn't need a life raft.
Yeah. So, yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. And to your point, I hate it when, cities lose their franchise, because oftentimes it has nothing to do with attendance record or
mismanagement.
It's usually
lack of marketing.
Marketing, it's mismanagement, and sometimes it's just straight up greed and money from investors. Like they see a bigger opportunity in another market. That has happened a lot in the MNBA.
Yeah.
And as a result, the fans lose. The fans who've been there from day one, and now you have the retro throwback jerseys that are of a team that doesn't exist anymore in that market, and
they're always fire,
and they're always really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to buy that Connecticut Sun,
and I fear they always hit heavily.
And I fear it's amazing.
And I have a closet full. But one of the things, like, really, I love the point that you made about it just being like part of a community. Mr. Blumenthal.
Oh, Blumenthal.
Hey, Richard. Hey. Mr. Blumenthal said, we're proud of the Sun's storied history with the community involvement. This month, the state of Connecticut has stepped in to resolve the matter and proposed to acquire minority ownership of the team. But it's the history and the community involvement that he's talking about. Like these teams, in the W, a lot, I would say professional sports teams, they go out and they hit the streets. They're in schools, they're in hospitals, they're talking to
big time.
the unhoused, whether you feel like it's a photo op or not, they're still there. Yeah. They're still engaging, and no one does it like the W girls.
Absolutely.
So to their point, it would be sad to see them go, but it seems like they're working on making sure that they can stay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like last thing I got. This is on my mind. I can't let go of this. When we say invest in women's sports, what happens when there's bandwagoners? Mm-hmm. Okay. When we say invest in women's sport, what happens when the bandwagoners come in and be like, oh, thanks for bringing it up to like this level. Now I'm just gonna take it from here. Like that's.
I think there's a way for it to be a coexisting ecosystem.
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes you do reach the point where you brought it to the threshold that you can envision.
And that's a good business strategy.
And you need somebody else to come in to elevate you. And that's just life. Like you don't want to be the smartest one in the room kind of adage. Mm-hmm. But to your point, it can't be a full hostile takeover.
No. Anyway. All right.
No, you're getting emotional.
I know, right? We got to move on. Yeah. But real quick, shout out to the Valkyries for making history as the first ever expansion team to make the playoffs, have a playoff berth in their inaugural season. So quick shout out there.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to the Valkyries.
Shout out to them for having a team of people that maybe might have been underrated, underestimated at certain points in their lives, certain points in their career, and then they come out and play hard, and now...
that goes from
busting some ass. Like that's GM to coach to players.
I love it. We love it. And we love the new mascot as well, Valerie.
Really? I haven't seen.
Sorry, Violet. Valerie. I can't remember Valerie. We love the new mascot, which is Violet, and she's a raven. And honestly, by the way, they chose raven because it adds to the Norse mythology of the team. Like it's the Norse mythology for the Valkyries. Like they're in the same universe.
Wait, what? The fuck are you talking about?
Okay, you know how the Golden State Valkyries are called the Valkyries because of Norse mythology, right?
No.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I thought it was a cool name.
Yeah,
and it's like warrior energy.
Yeah, it's like
Viking energy.
Exactly. It's like that Thor. Like
I didn't know it was real.
Universe thing. It's a whole thing. It's like a lore. It's like a fantasy world thing.
Listen. Okay, nerd. Tell us about it. Nerd.
I love Thor. I love Loki. I love all that.
Okay. Thing. And that's what it's from?
It's from. So yeah, they kept it on brand by bringing in the mascot, which is a raven, which is a common thing in that lore. So
no, that tracks.
Yeah.
No, that totally tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like Game of Thrones?
No.
You're gonna try to relate to your young cousin. Oh, it's totally like no.
It's okay. Anyways, she's really cool. If you haven't seen her, check her out. She's really cool looking.
Who, our girl Vi?
Yeah. And shout out to Chelsea.
The glasses are crazy.
Yeah, one of our colleagues, Chelsea Elite. She had an iconic tweet that went viral.
Is her name Chelsea Light?
Late.
I think it's Light.
Late, or Leet?
It's Light.
Chelsea.
Shout out to our best friend, Chelsea.
Shout out to our best colleague ever. Shout out to Chelsea Light. I can't get that one over. I can't miss her name.
Shout out to my best friend.
Bestie.
I'm the new owner of the Valkyrie, and I'd like to shout out my best friend, Chelsea Light. Wrong name.
And while we're at it, I'm going to move it to Boston now.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally
I love
case
it.
in point. I'm dead.
Anyway.
So you want to go again?
Yeah. And also, shout out to Chelsea.
Chelsea.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm over it. No shout outs. I was trying to be a good person. Never mind. Fuck that.
That was not.
We're going to get out of this.
That was tough.
Chelsea
Light.
Okay. That's
Whatever.
okay,
Fuck
whatever.
it.
It doesn't
Wasn't
matter.
meant to be.
Yeah, no. All right. No. Anyway, Sanaa Lathan, she attended a Sparks versus Wings game. And obviously, we all know that she's known for her iconic role in Love and Basketball. And also, shout out because it is Toronto International Film Festival happening right now. Yep. So, this week has been all about the movies.
You get invited to TIFF at all?
No. Did you?
Nope.
Great. Anyway, on that note,
movie buffs.
Big movie buffs. Big
movie girls.
Let's blind rank some of our favorite, which you may or may not have watched some of them, but blind rank women's sports movies. So we got one of our newer youngs, Asia.
Your sister. Nepotism hire.
And Nepo hire, for sure. Nepo baby.
We
love a Nepo baby.
Asia.
I love Nepo
Nadine's
babies.
in the corner, seething.
Like, I went to school for this. Anyways, we put my little sister to work, and we got her to write down some movies in this pile, and we're going to do blind rank.
Blind ranking favorite women's sports movies. Savannah, you want to go first?
Or do we do them together? Because this is going to be an interesting one. We could go
together?
Because it's either we do 5 and 5 each.
Okay,
or we do
let's do
together.
5 and 5. Let's do it together. Okay. So we're gonna do this together.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to come to, it's gonna be an exercise in compromise. Obviously, you saw Ro at the beginning of the show talking about soft tissue. So we're gonna try and bond back together.
Angel Reese is not the bad guy.
We're gonna try and heal some wounds.
This is a trust activity.
This is gonna be team building.
Okay.
Team so women's sports movies.
Yeah.
Top blind ranking.
Okay.
Love and Basketball.
It has to be one.
Women's sports movies. Yeah, honestly, the amount of young women in the early 2000s that had that logo tattooed on either their ankle or their wrist.
Bruh.
Do you have it?
No.
Did you think about getting it?
Absolutely not, because I don't have tattoos. But I did post the meme of girls can't play no ball. I could ball better than you. Like, I posted that on my
What's that actress's name?
Which one?
The girl who plays young Monica.
Oh, I don't know.
Because she was also in that WNBA commercial where she's like,
really?
Lisa Leslie, and she like calls them out at a diner or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
love
iconic.
her.
That's
love
a good
her.
call. I love
She was also on the WB in a couple of shows. Oh. She was like an it girl. Number 2, Bend It Like Beckham.
Okay.
Bend It Like Beckham. Soccer movie starring Keira Knightley.
I think that for me personally, that would be a top 3.
Why?
Because it's iconic. Everybody
and I like to do iconic shit.
And I like to do iconic
and it's
shit.
And it's also starring Parminder Nagra. But yeah, so
it might be a number 2 or a 3. I'm just scared because there might be something else that might be number 2.
They're redoing it. So it's a classic when they're making a remake. There's going to be bad, but it's a classic when they're doing a remake. I will say that this was probably like the first one where you used a man's name to tell a woman's story, because it was David Beckham at the time when he was doing like his hair journey.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
That man had cornrows, spikes.
I think we're allowed to like
dreads.
Go through his hair journey someday.
We could blind rank his hair journey.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to go 3? I think it's got to go 2.
I was gonna say I can move it to 2.
Okay,
I could be sold to 2.
We're gonna get screwed later. I already know.
Okay.
Okay, Stick It. Gymnastics movie.
That was good. I haven't seen that in a long time.
The lead actress, Missy something Pringham or something, she was in Rookie Blue, the cop TV show.
Yeah.
She starred as Andy McNally, I believe.
Okay.
She looked exactly the same.
Good for her.
God bless.
Give me that
skincare
routine.
What do you think? I don't really have strong feelings about it.
Put it at 5.
No.
No? Too high?
Not me thinking I don't have strong feelings.
I
think
liked
like a 7.
It was pretty like it was good.
6? Compromise?
6.
We're here to work together.
6.
We're here to heal. We're here to heal, girly.
We're healing.
Okay. A League of Their Own. baseball movie.
I didn't see that one.
Starring Gina Davis.
This is a trust activity.
Thanks for tuning in to my feature last week, which talked all about it.
I saw that, but like I didn't watch it.
Tom Hanks, John Lovitz.
I saw you mention that, but I still didn't watch it.
I forget the other girl's name. Baseball movie, a true story about the All-American Girls Baseball League that took place during World War II when the men were off to war.
Yeah.
And they wanted to keep baseball America's pastime. They enlisted the girls. They played about 10 seasons. At the peak of it, 900,000 fans showed up in 1 year.
Wow.
Mainly around the Midwest. This movie at the time was really good. I would say this one has to be like 3 or 4.
I will trust you on this one. Make that verdict. I haven't seen it, but the plot sounds amazing.
It was. Was
the acting good?
I loved it. Madonna was in it. Rosie
Madonna
was in it. It was star-studded.
Oh, okay. Well, then
they were like these baseball players from nowhere. They had to be hot and they had to be good and they had to take etiquette classes. That's real.
They had to take etiquette classes,
and they played in dresses. They played in skirts.
Well,
they used to say dirt in the skirt, whatever the case.
Skirt.
Yeah, which I kind of like. Right?
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, fine. 3.
Okay. I trust that. I trust it. You sold me.
And there was one ugly girl in the movie. Her name was Marla Hooch, which is tough. And
dirt in the skirt, Marla Hooch.
They had her put her brim down so low on picture day.
That's so rude. That's so
She was
rude.
really good, though. She had a big bat. She could crank it.
Dang.
Yeah. Shout out Marla Hooch.
She's a baddie.
Tough.
Her baddie friends.
Imagine that actor call out. Hey, we're looking for a girl with a baseball physique like Babe Ruth and a
security
face
belt.
like a mitt, an old mitt.
Cardi.
$1 Million Baby. No. Okay, I knew this was going to start to happen.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Boxing movie, Hilary Swank.
I love that. I love it.
Clint Eastwood. Oh. Spoiler alert, she turns into a quadriplegic at the end. Mm-hmm. She hits her head on the stool. She comes from poverty.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I loved it.
It's a good movie.
I loved it.
And then Hilary Swank. Do I know a lot about movies? I don't know what part of my brain this is coming from.
Movie podcast.
Hilary Swank came out after she won the Oscar for this movie and was like, I'm poor. And she's like, I have no money. 5?
We're already 4 or 5.
This is 6.
It's 6. Okay. Okay. I still don't know what's coming up, so we could put it at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this has been therapeutic, guys.
I'm stressed.
Yeah.
Okay. Bring it on. Oh, we fucked up. 4.
Because is it above $1 Million Baby? Like, I mean,
no, but this is where we're at.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I got the tour. I said
it's a different tone of movie.
You don't set it.
It's iconic.
You don't step outside and say, Bert, it's cold out here. Because I say it at least once a month.
Really?
Yeah. I actually sang it on vacation.
Oh my gosh.
Because they played the song.
Did they?
From like when they're like, do your thing, Isis. Like, you know, when they get caught watching the routine for the first time of the Clovers. They played that song at like the random club in Mallorca. They love a remix. It was a remix.
Listen, I love that you had fun on vacation. It sounds like you had your best time. All right, okay. I'm not mad. That has to be 4.
4.
It's too iconic. It pops up on my TikTok like every single day.
It's
like
so
a clip
good.
from Bring It On. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Gabrielle Union.
She's amazing, and she looks the same too.
6.
She looks the exact same.
She's
from
done
Bring It
some
On.
work though, no?
She's done maintenance work, I think.
Here we go.
Listen.
Here we go.
Let's talk about PRP and PRF again.
I know. I'm actually gonna just get my eyelids cut next time. Anyway, Ice Princess.
Ice Princess, that was my childhood movie. I loved Ice Princess.
Give me the rundown.
Basically, like young figure skater that is like just like underdog story. Comes up around the rings. I believe did she come up through an injury? She had like a really bad injury, but it was also like a sabotage type of thing.
Oh, like a Nancy Kerrigan.
Mm-hmm. And then like she had a rival that was like super like complete badass. Like it was intense. And it made me want to be a figure skater. And then my parents crushed my dreams of being like, you're going to be too tall to be a figure skater. So no.
That's hurtful.
Yeah. And then they're also like, ice time, money? No.
I was a figure skater once.
That's nice.
I got kicked out.
Because you're too tall?
No, obviously not.
I was going to say, I mean, you might be, they're like
5'9".
They're like 5'0".
No, I'm 5'7". Well, I'm 5'6" and a half.
The skaters, the best
They're
ones
very
are like...
petite. No, I got kicked out because I just kept speeding around the ice rink. Like I wasn't doing moves. My edges were nice though. They still are, yeah. All right, so where do you want to rank it? We got our top 6 figured out. So we have 7, 8, or 9.
I put a... What are we missing? I want to know
which... That's the thing. I know, I forget.
Ooh.
Come on.
This has been a really strong
7,
list.
8, 9, 10.
Okay.
8, 9.
I would put it
8.
at 8. just because I want to keep 7 open. But I do love Ice Princess.
I have a feeling about it. Honestly sounds like a kid's version of Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, but just watered down.
Maybe. I don't know.
Speaking of I, Tanya. So I
haven't seen that one.
It's like the documentary movie theater edition of Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding's. Mm-hmm. So back in the 90s, I think it was, they were figure skating rivals. Nancy Kerrigan was just like Miss Congeniality, the girl next door, everyone's favorite. She's soft-spoken. She's talented. They just love her. Meanwhile, Tanya came from like a rough background. In the movie, she's like a trailer park kid. Her mom wears this amazing jacket with fur and has a bird on her shoulder the whole time. It's actually so funny.
Okay.
So Tanya's like trashy. And so her boyfriend goes into the locker room before a competition and beats Nancy Kerrigan with like a lead pipe in her knee so she can't compete. So Tanya will win.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't? Yeah, like that's a real story. Like
what?
he fucking, yeah. They like, anyway, so Tanya got caught, obviously. And she went to jail, I think, at one point.
Well, as she should.
Yeah. You know, anything for the plot.
Okay, so that's 7.
I think that's 7.
I feel like, yeah. Out of all the ones I haven't seen, I would want to watch I, Tanya.
We need to maybe make like an Instagram, like, this is what happened with Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, because that can't get lost.
No,
that's our history.
Let's bring it back.
That's history, you know? Okay, King Richard.
Coach
Tough.
Oh,
King
that
Richard.
one, King Richard.
I know.
Where's the highest position we have left?
Well, if we
we can't move it.
Technically at 8, so only 9 or 10 are left.
I guess it's not.
Which is, you know what, maybe we messed up with League of Their Own and Bend It Like Beckham, to be honest.
Okay, because those are iconic.
They were classics, but they're not my favorites.
Like amazing plot writing scripts, you know? Like
King Richard? 9. It has to go 9. But Under Protest is a good movie.
Would put King Richard, and for those who don't know, it's the Serena and Venus Williams story, basically, about through the lens of their dad, basically.
Mm-hmm. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Have you seen him rap lately?
No.
Tough.
Actually?
Tough. Like, not good tough.
Oh.
Like a tough watch.
Yikes.
That's a tough watch. Ooh. Tough listen.
Be like, Dad.
He literally was like, what did he say? He's like, pulled the pin out of the grenade on purpose before I was ready to blow.
What? Okay.
William?
All right.
William, come inside now.
Sit back down, please. Sit back down. Yeah, no, you're done.
We're not taking questions at this time.
Yeah, no. King Richard. Oh man, I wish we had that would be number 2 or 3 for me actually, but on this list. But it's too late.
Okay. And then She's the Man. This list is awful. We messed this up. To me, She's the Man actually should be Bend It Like Beckham at 2. I feel like Bring It On should be She's the Man at 10, obviously, but that's wrong.
Oh, I love She's the Man.
Do you play the beautiful game, brother? Brethren?
The tampons up the nose.
So Channing Tatum debut, really.
Yeah, it was.
Like, that was him being like, oh, the girls.
Yeah.
I always think it's funny when these people do these roles, because it's like he was probably like 30 years old playing a high school student.
Oh, I know. Whenever you look up actors' age, you're like, oh, they're actually like a grown man in high school.
So that movie, Channing Tatum plays the character Duke, and that movie is based on a Shakespeare play called...
That rings a bell.
It's not Othello. It's
not like a Summer Night's Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream? It might be. I remember I did read the Shakespeare version. Twelfth Night. So it's an adaptation of Twelfth Night, where Amanda Bynes wants to play soccer, but her school's team says, we're not funding the girls' team anymore, just the boys' team. Tale as old as time. So she goes and pretends to be her brother at a private school, joins the soccer team, falls in love, obviously. It has like this dual life going on. 10 out of 10.
It's like not Pocahontas. I was gonna say, but it's like Pocahontas. No, it's like Mulan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I just watched Mulan recently. I love it.
You Don't Make a Man Out of Me.
Yeah.
Strong banger. We should rank Disney songs.
Oh. Yeah. I went to Hans Zimmer concert last year just for the Disney songs, like just for the Lion King soundtrack.
What's your favorite Lion King song? Because I know the correct answer, but I'm just curious to see.
I don't know the actual titles, because they're like I don't know the actual. What's the title of that? Circle of Life? Maybe that's it.
That's not the best song on.
No. Not a Hakuna Matata.
It's not. People think it is.
It's not that one.
The answer is I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
That's a good one. Yeah, and I think about like, was that the second Lion King, that Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
No, that's the first.
That was first?
That's a good song too. Elton John.
That would be my favorite.
That's when they really made quality music.
Quality music and cartoon shows.
Although Elton John, I will say you owe me and my mom $2,400 because that Yellow Brick Road tour that you said was the last one ever, and we saw you in Toronto 16 times after it.
They always do that.
Brother,
like, this is the last one.
My retirement
and it's never
tour.
The last one.
Anyway, I hope you're well. I think he lives in Muskoka with his husband.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's somewhere in Ontario. I know that.
Okay, so if we had to re-rank them, we leave Love and Basketball at 1.
Yeah.
We bring Bend It Like Beckham, even though historically relevant.
Yes.
We move up She's the Man.
King Richard.
King Richard can replace $1 Million Baby. I think we go Bring It On.
Bring It On.
King Richard, $1 Million Baby.
Yeah.
That's too low.
Tanya
I think it's like
higher?
all these go down.
Down?
No.
No.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, something like that.
Respectfully to Ice Princess.
Because you haven't seen it.
But we also have the original. I, Tanya is there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You saw me on that one. I want to watch it.
Love and Basketball, She's the Man, Bring It On, King Richard, $1 Million Baby, League of Their Own, Bend It Like Beckham, Stick It, I, Tanya, Ice Princess.
I can get behind this. Yeah, like based on the movies and
so
the
we
plots,
got
I can get behind it.
2 right.
Yeah, right. Basically. Long story short. All right.
Follow us for more reliable content.
Absolutely. And for your favorite movie podcast, come back to Cinderella Stories.
Which apparently I know so much about.
Yeah, facts.
It makes the TIFF non-invite even hurt a little more.
Yeah, facts. Like, come on now.
It's giving disrespect.
Every year there's usually like a basketball TIFF movie, and I don't even know if there is one this year.
I saw Precious at TIFF.
Oh yeah,
1 year. Oh, have you seen it?
I have seen him there too.
Like the movie Precious.
Oh,
not Achua.
Precious Achua. I saw Precious Achua at TIFF before. Yeah. So I thought you'd. Well, I don't. What else is Precious?
It's a movie.
Culturally relevant.
It's with Gabrielle Sidibe. She and Monique, and she was like the abused daughter.
Oh.
It was like a really dark film. It was actually really tough to watch in public. Like it's one of those movies that is like really heavy and really dark. Paula Patton's in it as well. Oof. And you want to like watch it at home where you can kind of just like
wrap up and be like.
It's like watching a sex scene on the airplane.
Oh.
Which happened to my friend, actually. Which happened to my friend on the way home from Spain. And I just look over and she's like, has her hand on the screen. She's like, so like, are you going to get the chicken or the pasta?
Oh, no.
And I look over, I'm like, girl.
Ain't no shame.
What is that?
What are you watching?
Is that your own film? Like, did you bring that? What the hell? Shit, it was Love Actually. And then honestly, I was watching House of the Dragon. And they were clapping cheeks too. And I was like, brightness down, brightness down.
House of the Dragon. I love that series.
There's something so vulnerable about
that
happening when you're on a plane.
It is.
It's not me.
And you're like, who's sitting behind me?
I didn't know. I didn't. I'm not enjoying this portion of the film.
A grandma sitting behind me, or who's sitting behind me?
Is it a kid?
Is it a child sitting behind me?
Is it a man who looks a little too interested?
Yeah,
suspiciously interested.
Next movie. We're just gonna skip that scene. Skip ahead.
That's tough.
Yeah. On that note, let's, I guess, like wrap up this episode of Cinderella Stories.
Speaking of wrapping it up.
Bruh.
Too soon?
Welcome back, Ash. Welcome back.
I know, right?
We missed you, Ashley.
It's been a bumpy ride, but I think we're back, Sav.
We're back.
I think we're
so
back.
So back.
Yeah,
we're
back.
So back.
We're aligned again.
Yes.
And WNBA playoffs are coming up, so Cinderella Stories is going to be your place.
Absolutely.
For tracking your WNBA playoff needs.
Absolutely. And there's tons more to get into, and even the soccer world that we didn't get a chance to touch on. So we'll be diving more into that probably next week, I'm imagining. But hey, make sure to like, subscribe, follow Cinderella Stories Pod. And yeah, I guess have a good one. I rap this so bad every week. It's never great. I'm like, all right, bye.
Leave that in.
Like, see you later.
I think leave that in.
Yeah, I will.
Bye.
Bye.